Welcome to Info Brothers with Amir. In this video, we are going to answer this question. What is the best time to start OPT on F1 or student visa in USA? So first of all, what is OPT? OPT stands for Optional Practical Training. So there are two types of OPTs we can get while we are here on student visa. So let's start with OPT, and then we have pre-completion and post-completion. Pre-completion and post. So I'm not going to write completion part here on the both side. So we have pre-completion OPT and post-completion OPT. Pre-completion is when you are done with the 12 months of studies, and most of the time is 2 semesters. Once you complete that, you are eligible to start your OPT, and that's going to be happen for 20 hours per week. So that's what it is, and you will be able to work while you are studying here, or maybe you are on vacations, maybe in summer vacation and all that. You can work on pre-completion OPT. The post-completion OPT is when you are done with your degree, you are done with studies, and that's where you will start with the post-completion. So even you have pre-completion or post-completion, there is the initial duration that's going to be 12 months for your OPT. Now, if you are on STEM or non-STEM, that's where it make a big difference. So let's say if you are non-STEM degree, and then I'm gonna go why even we non-STEM, STEM and STEM. So now think about that. You are non-STEM who is going to get only 12 months of OPT after or while he's studying here in United States. If you are STEM, you will get first 12 months, and then you will get an extension of 24 months. So okay, if you find an employer who is offering you to work with them, and you are non-STEM student, you might not want to get the pre-completion OPT and just finish with the OPT while you are studying, because then by the time you will be done with your studies, the employer need to apply for your work visa, and you will be done with the OPT. You will not be eligible. Maybe the time will be so close. Let's say you are done with your studies here in January, and your OPT part has used, you already have used the OPT part. Now what happened? Employer is going to apply for your visa in April. So 1st April is the date when all the employers apply for H1B visa. Now you are done in January. If you are done, you have to leave the country in 60 days. So let's say January and February, by 60 days. So you have to leave the country in 60 days. So by end of Feb, you will be gone. Now if you want to stay, you have to register for another course or maybe another degree, and then employer he will file your H1 in April. If you will get it, then you will start working in October. Now think about that. If you are a STEM student, it is fine for you to use the pre-completion OPT, because you can use 12 months of your pre-completion, and while you are studying, you can work for 20 hours per week, and after that you have 24 months left. So in those 24 months, if the employer want to go ahead and apply for your H1 and all those kind of thing, he will have time to do that. But if I will be you, I will go for CPT while I am studying. So instead of going OPT, I will use the CPT. In the CPT, you can work pretty much the same way. The max for CPT is 9 months. So you can work 9 months on CPT while you are studying. So I will go on CPT, use that time instead of using my OPT. Now let's go to the different scenario. Here I'm gonna select a different color, so we will see that when I should start my OPT. Now you started your degree in January, or maybe Feb. Maybe fall, summer, or spring season, doesn't really matter. So maybe June, that's where you started, or maybe you started in August. So there could be different semesters where you could have started. Let me put that together again. Give me a second. So you started your degree here, starting of your degree, and then you are finishing the degree somewhere. Let's say you are starting your degree in Jan and finishing in Jan, or maybe in finishing in June, or August. So it depends which semester you started and where you are ending. Once you are done with your degree, let's take the January. Now, if you are done with the first, this is the first test case we are going to test, and say you finish your study in December. That's where the semester end. Okay. Now you apply for your OPT while you were finishing your studies, and you started your OPT in January. So now you started in January. What is going to happen? You have only 3 months. So you have Jan, Feb, and March to find a job. 3 months to find job. Okay. Now if you do not find a job, and we are talking about this, we are talking about non-STEM degree. So non-STEM, and you have only 1 year OPT. So here you have 3 months to find a job. If your OPT starts in January, maybe in the middle of January, by the time it is you got the job, it was starting of April. So employers are not going to go ahead and apply for your H1 right away. Maybe they need to take a look, like, okay, how you are performing, how you are working with them, can you work with the team, and all those kind of things. So they are not in rush to apply for your H1. There could be possibility you try to find a job, you got the job in Feb or March, and employer is really happy with you. They say, okay, we are going to apply for your work visa on April 1st. So that's great. But most of the time, what I have seen the student, it take them some time to find a job and convince the employer to apply for your H1B visa. So that's a work visa. Now, if you are finishing your getting your OPT starting in January, and first time your employer did not apply for your H1, so he did not, let's say he did not apply on the April 1st April, he said, no, I can't apply for your H1B. So what happened? You keep working, and then your OPT is ends in January, in Jan again. So you did work for a whole year, but now you are out of luck. The grace time after OPT, let's say you have 60 days. Now what happened? You are in February and March. The application goes for your visa on April 1st. So April 1st when employer will apply for your H1. Now what happened? You have 60 days. Yes, fine, you can use those grace days, but even your employer will apply for your H1B visa, you will not be able to work, because when he applied for your work visa, your OPT was expired. So if you're, let's say you are here in United States, your OPT ends in February or March, and then your employer say, okay, you have 60 days grace period, I will apply for your H1B, and then see what happened. You are not able to work on May, June, July, August, and September. You will be start working again in October. So you have to be jobless or unemployed for another 6 months there. So don't, my recommendation is always, my recommendation, I'm going to put this one in green. Always when you have a 1 year OPT and you are non-STEM, so what you do, always apply for your OPT in after April. So you will, let's say you will apply in April or May or June or July. So you have a whole lot time. Let's say you have almost like 10 months to work with your employer and convince him, okay, I'm working very well, and if you can go ahead and on 1st April of next year you can apply for my H1B visa. So that's where, but if you have employer in handy and you are a student, you get that confidence. He say, okay, come in February, I will apply for your H1B in April. Fine, go for it. But if you do not have employer, you couldn't find a job yet, I will recommend maybe take another course and start your OPT in April or May or June, and that's where you will have a whole lot of time to work with the employer, find a job, and then next year he will be able to apply for your H1B visa. Now if you start your let's say you start your OPT in May or June or something, now what you have next time when he's going to apply for your H1B in April, you will have still your OPT valid. So your OPT is going to be valid. Once your OPT is going to be valid, what happen? Your employer has applied for your H1, then you will be automatically extended the OPT to the September 30th. So you don't have to worry my OPT is expiring after May or June or July, because when you applied for your work visa on April 1st, you had a valid OPT, and that's where you don't need to worry about that. So my suggestion, always go and apply for your OPT after April. So best will be like May or June. That's where I will do, and then keep working with the employer for a whole lot of time, and make him happy with my work and put effort. So next year, when the time will come for applying H1, he will be happy to apply, and I don't have to go through all those kind of problems like, okay, I don't have extension, I don't have time, and all problems. Now if you are STEM degree, so the same suggestion goes for you. You can apply in any time after April. And now you will have your 3 years of OPT. So you will by doing it, what happened? So this is the first year. So let's say you apply in May or June. That's where you got your OPT. You are going to apply next year in 1st April for your H1B visa, and then if you don't get it, now you again apply for 24-month extension of your OPT, and then you will get it, and next year you will apply for again H1B visa on April 1st. Again, if you don't get it, you have still 12 months left, and that's where you will apply one more time. So you will be applying 3 times for your H1B visa if you are working on STEM OPT. That's the big difference. If you are on non-STEM degree, you are only applying 1 year, and sometimes even don't, because the students they make a bad decision and they apply for your OPT in January or February, and what happened? They don't find an employer in 2 months, and they don't even apply for next time for their work visa. Even they have the job, they don't, or there is no way they can apply. They have to go back to school, finish another degree, come back on OPT. So that's a lengthy process. So what you want to do, you want to first of all do your best to get the STEM degree. So you will have 3 years to apply for your work visa. Work visa, I will make another video on work visa, like I already have made on H1B visa, but I will make another video where you will see like number. There are a lot of people applying for H1B visa, so there are chances. I have a friend, he couldn't get his work visa in the first attempt, second attempt, and he got on the third attempt. I have a student who was he did his MBA, he got the job, but his employer applied for his work visa, but he could not. Then he has to go back for another degree if he wanted to stay in the United States. So my suggestion, do not start your OPTs in January or February or March, and especially when you do not have a confirmed employment. Your employer is not willing to apply your for work visa. In those cases, always apply after April, so you will have time to work with your employer and make him happy, and then he will be able to apply for your work visa next year on April 1st. Thanks very much, and I hope this video will be helpful. I would say subscribe the channel on Info Brothers on YouTube, and if you want to check our other videos, www.infobrothers.com, and you can have different videos on F1 and H1 and all that. Any questions? I will say, what's your experience with the H1 from OPT? Write it down in the comments. If you have different or specific questions, I will be glad to answer those questions. Thanks very much, and good luck with getting H1 from OPT. I will see you guys in next video.